and you just beyond the breaking. This song is called Just Beyond the Breaking. Again, this is a song that was actually added very last minute. I kind of wrote it just before we went into recording and just felt like this song has to make the album. And I want to keep it super simple, stripped down. So we recorded it with just guitar, cello, and live piano, a baby grand. And so just sitting in the room and we played the song. I think we did 3 or 4 takes maybe. And I think we ended up going back to like the first take, usually your most natural take. And honestly, a lot of this song is about, there's so much to say about this song, but because to me, it's like the album builds to Just Beyond the Breaking, you know? It's like the middle of the album, and Just Beyond the Breaking is like the apex of the whole deal. Like, this is where we're going, and then it kind of like springboards from there into a lot of bigger songs on the album, but the order was really important for me, because Just Beyond the Breaking, there's a phrase that I've always wanted to say, which I've always wanted to say, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I think anybody who's heard me preach knows that I say that a lot. Like, I end up getting up on stage and just say, look, just before we get started here, you need to all know that I have no idea what I'm doing. And it's not like me trying to be like, don't worry, I'm just so humble. It's really just me saying, genuinely, we don't have any freaking clue what we're doing, and I don't want people to think that, oh, well, that was all planned, because we don't plan sets, we don't plan anything. We just kind of show up. And for me, that little phrase, I don't know if you want to touch on it, but like for me, that phrase was like the key that unlocked the song. I have no idea what I'm doing, you know? So
yeah, and musically and lyrically, I felt like Jake went somewhere that he never went before as far as using falsetto, and there was actually a lot of talk whether or not he was going to do it or not, and like it really like
it's true.
The whole thing is very vulnerable from the music aspect of him doing something. We've never on any of our previous records, we've never done something this like low key and tender and soft, and so there was a lot that was happening when we were doing the song as far as being very vulnerable in what he was saying, what we were doing musically, and I think it's one of the best, personally my favorite songs on the record, even though I'm not even playing on it. But I just think it was like a really cool moment captured.
Yeah, Seth is super right. It was like, it was the song that really almost didn't happen, to be honest with you. There's like this, I mean, me singing falsetto, like in the middle part, is just so out of my comfort zone. Every time I'd sing it, I'd be like, this sounds so stupid. I am so lame. I mean, in my head, I kind of like liked it and knew that's where it was supposed to go, but
it took convincing.
It took some convincing, because I'm like, this is terrible. I sound like an idiot, you know? I'm not Bon Iver, you know? I'm not that cool, you know? And so it was, but I feel like it also is just like, it's a part of the song saying we don't have any idea what we're doing. Like, it's just part of the vulnerability, but it's based around this little riff, so I want you guys to see it because I want you to have a couple different versions so that you can play it. But the main crux of the song is built around... So it's a little slide. So a little slide and a hammer. But I also want to give you the really, 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 really easy version, which is what I would have played years ago too. You know, I would have heard the riff and been like, well, that song's, I'm not playing it. But let me give you the Jake version, which is normally like where I want to make sure people can go. And it goes, feels like there's something that's just beyond reach, and there is a wall that I've yet to breach, and there is a truth that I finally see. I have no idea what I'm doing. C, it's just G to C. That's it. So if you literally just move in 2 fingers, just so anybody can play it, and then it just goes to the you are still there, and you need me. This is the A minor 7, the G to the D, but that's really the crux of the whole song is built around that. But I wanted to give you a simplified version so that way you guys could literally play it today if you wanted to. But the song's called Just Beyond the Breaking. I hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoy it. And it'll be on our new album, Beautiful Writer, available January 21st. And you made me there, just beyond the breaking.